This woman just got off the bus. The office sounded the alarm. I lost my breakfast before I finished it. If you don't wear high heels in the company, you will be scolded. I need to make up while I change my shoes. Jenny is a famous witch. As soon as she gets into the elevator, the people inside immediately apologized and fled. I'd rather wait for the next trip than stay with her. When a newly graduated girl becomes the assistant of the female devil, as one can imagine, her demonic life began. First day at work, she was sent to buy coffee before she woke up, delivered to the company without stopping. The secretary complained that it was too slow. At first, the girl thought the assistant was running errands, but how could it be so easy under Jenny?
I need 10 or 15 skirts from Calvin Klein.
Okay, what kind of skirts do you use?
Please bore someone else with your questions.
The secretary told the girl, "This job is to meet any requirement of Jenny, and we have to be on standby 24 hours a day. You can't miss any call. Even going to the toilet requires shifts." The girl doesn't understand. It's just a job. Why are you so crazy? One day she saw a group of people hesitating for two similar belts. I couldn't help laughing. Jenny was completely enraged. She mocked the girl for thinking she had nothing to do with fashion, but it's actually a fashion follower, like the sky blue sweater she's wearing now.
And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you. You're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
Be humiliated in public. The girl doesn't care because she only wants to work here for 1 year. After praising his qualifications, he changed jobs to become a reporter. To stay here, she learned to drive, walk a dog, and to cope with the clothes and famous brand bags that Jenny falls every day. The tedious work has left her in a quandary. Until that day, Jenny was going to Miami on business. The girl finally had a day off. In the evening, she was having dinner with her father. Jenny's calling again. She asked the girl to book a flight back at once because she wants to see her daughter's performance tomorrow. The girl had to leave her father behind. Use all your connections to buy tickets, but because of the weather, all planes can't fly.
Please, it's just, I don't know, drizzling.
In the end, the girls couldn't book tickets. I was scolded by Jenny. I even intended to drive her directly. The girl was wronged. She has done her best, but it still can't be confirmed. At this time, the kind-hearted supervisor gave her some advice. So the next day, girls start wearing sexy clothes to work. The man is choosing clothes for the girl. Famous brand mink coat. Chanel's limited high heels. Take whatever you like. This is the top fashion company in America. When Andy first came to the company, colleagues laughed at her in the back. She looks like an old woman. But a few days later, Andy has changed completely. Colleagues were surprised and could not speak. Even Jenny, the boss of the devil, couldn't help looking back at her. That day, "Andy, go get something for Jenny." She accidentally ran into Jenny and quarreled with her husband. The most frightening thing is that she was found. Andy is completely flustered. In the workplace, it's a taboo to see the leader's scandal. Indeed, I just went to work the next day. Andy was called to the office. She wants Andy to get Harry Potter unpublished sequel. Show it to her daughter.
Publishing, it shouldn't be a problem, should it? And you can do anything, right?
Andy's breaking down. She keeps calling. Contact everyone on your phone. At the same time, he also broke into the back kitchen of the hotel. Helped Jenny get the freshest steak. She even contacted writers who secretly loved her. But no one can help her. Back to the company. Jenny told her, "If you haven't done it before 3 p.m., just get out of here." Andy was completely despaired. She called her boyfriend and said she would resign. But my boyfriend was very excited when he heard that, because since Andy took this job, I don't even have time to eat with myself. They agreed to resign and have a good celebration. But Andy just hung up. The writer called. Original. He asked his friend to find the unpublished manuscript. Andy is excited. Send the manuscript at once. I didn't expect. Jenny still won't let her go.
One copy. What are my twins gonna do with that? Share?
No, I made 2 copies and had them covered, reset, and bound so that an extra copy to have on file. You know, just in case.
The 2 bound manuscripts have been sent to the twins. This time, even the most demanding Jenny, I can't find the slightest fault. Andy finally became an excellent assistant, but at the same time, she also lost a lot of things. In the US, how can I be considered an upper-class person? It takes a long time to choose a skirt. It's full of cosmetics, emerald earrings. High heels should also be limited to famous brands. No matter how cold it is, you should show your thighs when you go out. Never walk alone. Ever since she became Jenny's assistant, everything about Andy has changed. She began to be surrounded by flashlights, attend luxury parties frequently. To this end, she even missed her boyfriend's birthday. My boyfriend is very angry. I had a big fight with her. The relationship between the two fell to the freezing point. My colleague, Brother Bald, told Andy, "In American society, there is a saying that goes around. When your personal life is at stake, it means your work is on track." At first Andy didn't believe it. Not long, Jenny suddenly informed me, "I want Andy to go to the Paris fashion show with her." This was originally the job of a secretary. For this fashion show, she has been preparing for a whole year. Even go on hunger strike to lose weight. wait. Andy can't bear to take her place, but Jenny's attitude was unusually firm. The next day, Andy was hesitating. The secretary had a car accident. She really can't go to Paris now. She ordered a bunch of takeout in the ward. Devour. While scolding Andy for being shameless. Andy is speechless. Night. She met a writer who had a crush on herself. Their intimate behavior was clearly seen by their best friends. My boyfriend broke down when he heard about it. Broke up with Andy, but she didn't have time to explain. In work and love, she chose a job. A few days later, Andy follows Jenny to Paris. Everything is so bright, surrounded by all the upper class. Andy thinks this is the life she wants. When you return to the hotel, she saw another side of Jenny. Tired face, red eye frame. It's like I just cried. Andy, that's when I found out. Jenny's husband is going to divorce her. Work takes up too much of her time. At that moment, Andy sees his future self in her. On the way back, Andy told her, I can't do it like her. I can sacrifice everything for my work. But Jenny said, since you replaced my secretary in Paris, you are already on this road. Everyone in the world wants this kind of life. After getting off, Jenny walked slowly towards the crowd. Under the flash, she is still so noble. But Andy turns and leaves. She lost her cell phone, which kept ringing. It's like losing that luxurious and heartless life. Soon after, Andy quit his job, make up with your boyfriend, and went to a small company. Choose to be a free journalist. Perhaps colleagues are right. When life is a mess, your work will be successful. But I'm sorry, there are always so many fools. Make the world more lovely.